What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I am a top player in the game of Risk Global Domination. I have a daily release schedule on YouTube and I stream on Twitch frequently. Check my page for the upcoming schedule. If you are able to support me on Patreon, help me continue to do this work, I would be most grateful. Donations are always appreciated and never required. And if you are looking for notifications for when I go live, join my Discord, click the notification, and get in on the next stream for today's episode. We are playing with Fionn. And Fionn is an older friend of mine who's back in the community. And we're going to get into all sorts of topics. But since I'm first to act in this game of Crash Fixed, it derails my opener, right, Fionn? How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing all right. Hello. Thank you so much for having me on the show. My heart has just started to beat a little bit faster than usual.
Adorable.
But you're such a lovely guy. You made me feel very relaxed almost immediately. So it's very good. It's a pleasure to be here.
That's my trick. That's how I get you. I hate this opener so much. All right, Mallory's not going to be mean to me, right? Mallory's going to be my best friend. All right, we'll start with that. Okay, so why don't we lead with a bio? Would you like to tell us about yourself?
Sure. My name's Fionn. I'm 36 years old. I'm from England. I've always been a gamer. Loved video games ever since the original PlayStation came out. I've done a lot of traveling recently, the last 6 years, I would say. And I lived in various places in Europe, a lot in Portugal. And I've just come back to England in the last month I've moved back in temporarily, I hope, with my parents. I wanted a stable environment to work on this YouTube business. I've got a brand new gaming channel and where I play Risk and other sorts of games. And that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to make some money and trying to have some fun doing it.
You've decided
Is it my go? Okay, it's my go.
Job.
Say again.
You've decided to take this seriously as a job.
Absolutely. I'm very inspired by you, Pete.
Oh boy, this is your first mistake.
Why is that a mistake? You've been doing so well. I don't like the start at all. Where am I going to go?
Yeah, I know. I was the same way. Yeah, I see the proliferation of folks being inspired by my work, and it's flattering to say the least. You guys all have to bear in mind, right, that I never in a million years would have expected to be successful with this.
Right, but from what I understand, you've got quite a few businesses. You're quite an entrepreneur, so you must have had some idea that it could take off, no, or not?
Yeah, could is very different than a reasonable expectation. Like when you do something with the idea that it's a business, you're already starting from a place where I wasn't, right? I'm just a guy playing video games, and it's my hobby, and there's a weird trend in my life where sort of my hobbies tend to pay me back in certain ways or another. Like, I don't know how much you know about Magic, but
the game or
yeah, Magic the Gathering.
Magic.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing about the game. No.
So it's there is a marketplace associated with these cards, and the specific knowledge of the game helps you figure out what to buy and sell, what to invest in. So it's a pseudo hobby, pseudo business sort of approach. So
Okay.
taking the whole YouTube thing and like thinking, well, now I can maybe think about this as a business, considering I'm getting ridiculously high numbers of views. Like shockingly high numbers of views. I can't believe people like this. I mean, thank you, don't get me wrong, I feel so blessed by it, but it's still just surprising. Are you just getting slammed in every position?
Me?
Awful.
Am I?
Awful.
I wasn't paying attention to the game. I was listening to you. Right. I'm just gonna get into Europe.
Makes sense.
Ask me something, Pete. I've suddenly got very nervous.
Okay, no worries. I like the nerves. They're kind of adorable. Remember that I'm but a man. I don't know, dude. It's weird to me that
I
anyone
think
would be nervous to talk to me because I'm like,
no, no,
I
no.
think of myself as such a banal, normal guy, right?
I'm nervous because there's potentially going to be 10 or 20,000 people watching this,
It's
right?
the thought. Okay, so it's the thought of the size of the audience that. Well, let's talk about. That's an interesting thing to talk about, actually. What is it about the number of people that evokes an emotion?
So this being on the show, I think it could be potentially quite a big deal for me. There's a bit of pressure on me um to sort of appear like a likable fellow, so that in the hope that people go and check out my channel and see
Hmm.
my risk videos, my other videos. So I want to do well, isn't it? I want to appear just my normal self, relaxed and not stressed and not anxious or anything. And also hopefully talk about some interesting things in
Well,
an open way.
so that's the joke, right? That's like trying to sleep. If I
Yeah.
was I want to be my normal self, that sounds like effort that is not required. Just be so. You are you. You don't have to try
Yeah.
to be you. It is the case. John's gonna hit my 7 at some point.
Okay. I'll do.
How are you with the playing and talking? Because some people have trouble with it.
I think I have to dedicate more of my brain resources to the talking as opposed to the game. I will not be playing very well today, I imagine. Yeah, let's
Is,
see if I can manage it.
yeah. So is that something like I know you to be one thing you didn't say in your intro, so I should probably tell people. Fionn was the second Grandmasters Tournament Champion. You used to go by Lithium Snake.
Yeah.
What was it about that name? Like you decided to change your name. Why?
I've had Lithium Snake for ages. That was my gamer name.
Hmm.
I'm a huge Nirvana fan, so Lithium, and Snake comes from Metal Gear Solid series. Um, Lithium Snake. But recently, with my new channel, I had some very good advice from a dear friend, and she told me that um, my brand is me, right? It's my face and it's my name, so I should be all about me and just not hide behind not that it's hiding, but not be behind anything. Just me, just me.
I feel like I might have thought of that. I had that same thought as you.
Uh,
I've only ever
why
been known.
you are Pete and not
Yeah, I've
something
only
random,
ever
you
been
mean?
known as
Yeah,
Pete.
yeah,
When I came around, it was like all um, internet handles, and there were alts and tournaments and stuff. And it's just like, why wouldn't you just be you? Doesn't seem
totally.
hard. It seems easier to be yourself than it is to be anybody else.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Starting to think of himself as a brand, huh?
Sure. I don't know exactly what that means, but I just want to be I just want to be me. I think that's the easiest thing to be, and if people like that, then that's great.
Yeah, I enjoy your show. You're a calculating player. I definitely have gotten a lot out of watching your game and listening to you talk. You're putting out shows
Wow.
almost every day?
It used to be every day.
Okay.
It's sometimes I miss a day here and there, but it's pretty much every day. Yeah.
Hmm. So did you want to talk about your previous lines of work?
Um, we can. I don't think it's very interesting. I've done a lot um, of sort of hands-on jobs working. I was a gardener, self-employed gardener. I did work on a farm. I tried my hand at raising money for charity, sort of on the streets, talking to people. One of those really annoying people that get in your face. Um,
My
and I
favorite.
yeah, and recently I was my last proper job was working in marketing. I was a digital nomad, which was great. It let me travel a lot and earn some money, which is really nice.
Whereabouts did you end up traveling to? Some of your
Um, I
favorite
went I went a lot in Southeast Asia, went to South America a lot, and various lived in various places in Europe. I think my favorite place was Peru.
places?
Um, yeah, I've been really enjoying the nature, right? And Peru has a lot of very nice nature, and it's a very kind of calm place. The energy is just totally different to anywhere else I've been. There's a lot of incredible mountains. The people are lovely. I really felt good there. Yeah.
Why? And I've been thinking about Southeast Asia as well. Why would you think to stop doing that though? That almost sounds like a dream. Why change?
Yeah. I couldn't fully get immersed in my travels. I was working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. I I don't want to be looking at the screen all day, and now I'm a YouTuber, right? But
Yeah.
but it wasn't really letting me go fully into it. I couldn't have the experience I wanted, so I just quit. And luckily I was able to save up a lot of money with that job. So really I've been living off my savings for the past 6 years, which has been great. But it is running out, and I do miss working. It's been a long time. I miss being productive. I miss being creative. I miss just being normal again, just having a base, a home, and some kind of schedule.
But at some point, the dream of wanderlust gets old, and you
Yeah,
want more stability. You want to put down roots again, something like that.
I'm definitely done with traveling for a while. I've loved it. I've absolutely loved it. I would say a big part of my journey was self healing. At some point, I got very, very unhappy with my life. I was living in Prague, and I had a great job, lived in a great place, a great bunch of friends around me. But at the same time, I was still really, really unhappy, and I had no idea why. And I thought, right, I've got to go. Oh, Pete's disappeared. Pete, you can't leave me like this. I've got to go traveling and see if I can change that. We'll wait for Pete to come back, isn't it? How rude. He literally just left without saying nothing. Thank you so much, Pete. Right, let's trade in. So Blue wants Europe as well. What do I want to do? Who is Blue? Blue is Mallory.
I was letting you
Mallory,
go.
aka Poorly Played Risk.
I was
Come and check her out.
listening.
Oh, you were listening.
I
Oh
have my
my
headphones on. I'm obviously listening. I was just letting you talk, man. Come on, you're giving me.
No,
He's like pouring his heart out, and he's like, "Oh, Pete just left." I would never do that. Come on, dude.
you just left, man. I had
No,
no
I
idea.
was listening, and I found an opportune moment to refill my cup of coffee, sir. Please. Um, no, so like it's hearing you say that really echoes words that I've said about,
Okay.
wow, I've reached all my goals at this point in life, and why don't I feel successful? Why do I still feel emotionally dissatisfied?
Hmm.
Yes, I think John might want that. I understand. Yes,
Did you
John.
did you did you fix it? Did you come to terms with that? Did you understand it in yourself?
Um, we can talk about that a little bit. So let's flash back 5 years in my life, maybe six, something like that. I'm running a big company. I mean, big compared to what it is today. I have 8 employees. I have 5 crews running. Um, we serviced up to 450 houses a week. And when you design a business, you put yourself first, or at least you should. So I find myself in the center of this anxiety machine that, if you have 450 clients, almost everyone is happy, but someone is going to be unhappy, and that's just the way it is all the time.
Hmm.
So let's assume I designed and built this company for me. Why don't I feel successful? Why am I miserable about it? And then, I got the house, I got the cat, I got the wife. Well, what am I missing? I've reached all my goals at like 34 years old. So the question I ask myself is, if I've if I've met all of my dreams, it's probably time for some new dreams. And I was unhealthy. I was I was drinking pretty much every day. I had this like 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10 back pain that never went away. And yeah, he takes it now. Sure. And I was just not treating myself like somebody I loved and cared for, because I didn't, because I hated myself. So the real trick, the real path to self-healing for me was a friend of mine say, "Hey, Pete, why do you hate yourself?"
Mm-hmm.
And just having that question posed to you so simply and directly was kind of the first step on, okay, why do I hate myself? He's not wrong. Now I can't deny it. So I spent 9 months of my life meditating on that subject. And would you like to hear the revelation?
Absolutely. This is what
I
I've been
hate
waiting for.
I hate myself because I know I should be doing something and I don't do it.
Oh, wow. That's very interesting.
Yeah. So for
Are
me,
you doing it now?
oh yeah, very much so. As soon as I
That's
came to that
great.
conclusion, it was like, get to work, dude. Get busy. Get to work. You have only so much time. Your time is running out. Get to work. So
And
there you
what is it? What is it about the work that is your mission? What you need to be doing? Is there something specific about it?
are. Well, the word mission is very is very apropos here. So I would use it as well. Um, I understand happiness to be emergent from the steps towards accomplishing our goals rather than the accomplishing. Do you see what I mean?
Sure.
People tend to think of happiness as an end goal, whereas it seems in my experience that happiness is more walking the path than reaching the destination.
Sure.
And if you frame it that way, you're like, okay, so it's actually not about being there. You don't want to reach that final destination because then it's over, but you want to enjoy the ride. So then my question is, how do I build a life that is rich and interesting and productive and benefits others too,
Mm-hmm.
while still walking that path?
Mm-hmm.
Does that some of that ring true to you?
Um, Absolutely. I think I'm still trying to discover practically what my path is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's something about following what makes me happy. It's something about being authentic, being me, having a lot of fun, sharing love, not being afraid, um, being real with people, being honest and truthful. I really love that stuff. Um, how how to do it, I'm not yet sure. This might be a great opportunity for me to sort of have a voice, perhaps, and share myself.
Have you
Yeah.
have you felt in the past that you didn't have a voice?
Um, I I feel like there's the potential to have a voice always. I feel like there's been a lot of fear in my life where I have not wanted to speak up,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I don't know. I'm getting like now I'm feeling like some kind of fear about what I'm talking about, like I'll be judged or something. Which is ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, no, it isn't ridiculous. You will. You will be judged about everything. That's just the nature. This is very much the nature of the work we're doing, right? You have to make your peace with that. You're going to say something that somebody intensely disagrees with, and that's okay. That's just the way it is, right?
Sure. If you put it like that, then it's fine.
I think
Thanks,
so.
Pete.
What else is how else would you look at it?
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, I also have a relationship with fear, so I let my fear dominate my outlook for most of my life. And I think he's gonna hit it. Ooh, he hits John instead. Huh. The conclusion to stop being a little bitch about it and man up and get brave and get courageous, however you want to think about it. Um oh, we're fucking slamming on Kilton now, aren't we? Poor guy.
I was inspired by Take the Risk.
Nice. You did. You took it. Oh, he's mad. He's gonna suicide.
Oh shit, really?
I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do, but I'm just kidding around. Um, as I've gotten older, and like we're only a couple years off, I got the sense that you were a bit of a younger man when you say you're 36, right? We're pretty much the same age.
How
So
old are
we've
you?
had. I'm 39.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I look young. Everybody
you do.
everybody
You look
says, "What the
you
fuck?
look
You do not you
fantastic.
look
You look
36." Well, thank
fantastic.
you.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
You look
Um,
pretty good yourself, sir.
I try. I do try. That was part of it too, right? The work is also associated with caring for yourself, right? Caring for your body,
Yes, yes.
looking
I
after how you feel
I'd say
extends to the physical form. Yep.
the biggest hurdle to get over in my life is myself, and in particular, I struggle with energy levels. I sometimes I just don't have the energy. I just in the afternoon I need to like lie down, you know, and I think a lot of it is to do with looking after my body. I smoke tobacco, and I believe this really drains my energy a lot.
Hmm.
And I think I could do much better to look after myself. Like when I'm back home in England, I'm not doing much exercise. I'm not doing all of that. So I should do more of that also.
Do you have a fitness regimen that speaks to you? Like, do you like lifting weights? Do you like running?
Yeah.
Do you like swimming? Something like that?
Love swimming. Don't do a lot of
Mm.
it, but love it. Dancing is my big one. I
Ah, yeah.
absolutely
Yeah,
love
it's good, huh?
dancing. In an expressive way, sort of not in the clubs, but if I go to like an ecstatic dance or a contact dance, it's more of a kind of awareness dance where people are just there to dance and express and let go and sort of just let your body take over. And it can be very, very healing also. And it's been actually a huge part of my healing as well.
Well, you said you were in Peru. Were you ever curious about ayahuasca?
Yeah, I did my fair share of ayahuasca
Okay, so you
for
have had
sure.
this experience as well. That was another thing
Yes.
that I would credit as instrumental in helping me heal from my whatever emotional traumas. I don't even know if I want to use the word trauma because I can never point to any sort of proximate cause. It's like, well, Pete, you feel upset. Why? It doesn't make any sense. Um, Mallory's gonna hit. No, she isn't. Huh. Yeah, the ayahuasca for me was another step, and if you are a person with normal psychology who um isn't currently consuming psychiatric medication, there are potentially other options if you treat them with respect and reverence and not necessarily recreationally, of course. But right, this is an entertainment program. Obviously, I'm not advocating doing anything illegal, but at the same time, these substances have had a tremendous benefit to me personally. And given that I am standing on a very, very small soapbox that I have built, I might as well share that with everyone else.
And go to Peru because it's not illegal in Peru. I think it's the only country where it's legal.
Yeah, well, it's their culture, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, my experience with ayahuasca, it's definitely brought me a lot closer to nature. You're literally consuming this incredible teacher plant, the ayahuasca, um, and it really just opened my eyes and my appreciation for nature. And
Mm.
I think me and a lot of people are sort of missing this in their lives. I think too many of us live in this concrete jungle, whereas I think we're supposed to live, you know, in the jungle, in the forests, in the mountains, isn't it? Getting fresh air and being more in tune with our surroundings. Um, do you
That was
agree?
well, that was a big reason why I decided to start a outdoor labor job, right? We
Hmm.
evolved as apes walking around outside most of the time. So I was like, okay, how can I at least make a living doing that some portion of the year? I know Canada gets gets a little cold in the winter, but at least 6, 8 months of the year I was spending my time doing something I was designed to do.
Yes. I'm going to speed up the game a little bit here and just pick
Uh-oh.
on the weakest player.
But isn't that you?
Well, apart from me.
Not apart from you, I see. It has to be done, right? This is the thing about classic fix I don't think
No,
people
it's King
understand.
John. Look at him,
I know it
46.
is. I know it is. Of course, now he's got cards. I think that was a savvy move.
he can't retaliate, right? At this moment, he can't retaliate. You're in the way, and Black's in the way.
Which was a good time to do something like that.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sneaky, Pete. Pretty sneaky.
For you, don't tell me you're sneaky. That reduces like 50 to 60% of your sneaky capacity. Telling a person you're sneaky. What tournaments are you thinking about, or are you excited about that are upcoming? When are you going to join us in
When's the
competition?
next one? Is it the Grandmasters Tournament? The next one.
So we're doing right now. For folks who are listening, we are in week 6 of 8 of the Risk World Championships on the main Risk server. So I'm fighting to make it to the semis. We shall see. Cross our fingers, but that's happening tomorrow. And then I have been speaking with Spud, and it seems set up that the Risk Legends tournament will now run concurrent with the Risk World Championships on the main server. So we have one string of free-for-all tournament always going. So there's always going to be a tournament either in progress or signing up or ending for everybody. Will you guys let me continue to brick up this map? Probably not. I can punish John, though. Poor John.
What's your plan? Why are you breaking up Asia?
To hold more territory. Right, this is how
Okay.
this is my ability to compensate for the shittiness of the Australian position in the mid game. Is I'm just trying to hold 14. Well, I'm trying to hold 12 territories basically, so at least I get 6 troops. So I match kilted. And you can see I'm still have a slight lead on him, although he did get picked on and I didn't.
Yeah.
And then the Grandmaster tournament obviously is going to be. I'm so excited. I love that. That's my favorite part. The very first time we did it, having VC in a competition was something that people didn't necessarily have any experience with. Whereas I was just like, yeah, dude, I grew up playing, board game with my friends. Obviously, he's going to move the stack. Everyone's just going to keep hitting him, though. Oh, John. Oh no, I don't feel good about this. This is just a bullying now.
Yeah. But it's got to end sometime. Maybe it was a mistake choosing classic fix.
No, I don't think so. We're only 27 minutes in, and people love it. By the way, so if you're going to be making Risk content, I don't know.
I need to be making classic fixed.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying needs to. I wouldn't presume to tell you what you need to do. What I would say to you is, I learned to love classic fixed, and I never. When I started, I was very much a progressive guy, but I wouldn't have self-described as bad at classic fixed. Right, the first tournament I competed in, the finals was classic fixed, and I came second. So I don't think I was bad, but I've definitely improved a whole lot over doing it at least once a week for almost 2 years now. Long time, man. Now I can brick this up, I think. Now I can brick this up, and there's nothing you guys can do about it. Well, there is. You could still do something about it, but let's see if you do.
Let's see.
Give John a card.
What is your biggest fear in life, Pete?
Ooh, great question. So should I just go with my gut? I have never thought about this, but maybe I'll just go with what my gut. My greatest fear in life is wasting it. Wasting my time, wasting my opportunity. So I have a very obsessive notion of the utility of my time. I hate wasting it. I hate repeating myself. This is why I'm so obsessed with designing systems that increase efficiency, make sense. How do we learn? How do we grow? How do we make sure that we are progressing towards some goal? Whereas, as I said earlier, it's not necessarily about getting there, but it's about the progression. So I'm most satisfied in my life when I am seeing the incremental gains, like the process of learning in Risk. How do we What does the road from novice to grandmaster look like? What does the road from just a guy who is pecking away at his phone to being a quote top player? Um,
Mm.
and then I think showing that to people was more resonant than I expected.
Okay. And why do you think we're here, Pete?
Oh man, is the ultimate question of philosophy. What is the meaning of life?
Right.
Why are we here? So this is sort
It's
of
it's
my
something I
no.
ask myself a lot.
Well, sure. I'll give you my answer.
Yeah.
Um, so I have a non-religious, but Kilted has to attack me. He says, "Oh yeah, yeah, I see what he's saying." Um, I have a non-religious but spiritual idea that we are a shard of the universe experiencing itself, right? Like the universe, God, whatever word you want to use, it might not be a great word to use the word God, but when I conceive of it, we are, as humans, the juxtaposition of the infinite creative power of God and the fact that we are limited apes in a meat body that dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you were omnipotent and omniscient, the thing you would lack is limitation. So we are experiencing the universe subjectively in a way that an omnipotent being couldn't, but we have access to some of that infinity. And where that comes back to answering the question as far as why do we exist? Are we here to teach a lesson? Are we here to learn a lesson? Are we here to experience? I think if I leave the world better than I found it, I'll call that a win.
Mm-hmm.
And better obviously is, very relative, but I like people. I like myself now. So instead of hating myself, I choose to love myself. And what that looks like is I have to love everyone else too. So sounds like a lot of work, but and a lot of responsibility. What about you, man? How do you answer these questions?
I mean, different every time. I don't know. Currently, I'm thinking that there's two ways to look at it. We are here as as a part of the nature and as a part of the this as just a part of everything as a whole. So we could be here just to reproduce like everything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Everything in this world is set up to kind of make itself very attractive, to promote itself, to have sex, to reproduce. All of the flowers in the world, they're trying to be as bright and as pretty as possible to attract those bees, um, everything like that. So that could be a part of it. The other way to look at it is that humans are slightly apart from other animals, slightly a bit special, if you like. We
Mm-hmm.
could be here to sort of appreciate life, to experience life.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just play my turn. Um, got the low sat. We could be consciousness's sort of manifestation to have eyes, ears, and all of the senses to just take an objective look and take a step back and just look how beautiful the world is, that could be it.
No, that's what I think it is. I think that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah, all right. King
Unless,
John's off. Oh yeah, it's gone.
yeah, yeah, he died. Killed him.
I wasn't even paying attention. Okay. So how are you feeling right now, Pete?
Mood wise
Uh,
or strategy wise?
yeah. Anything? Yeah, mood wise, I would say.
Well, I had my family over for dinner yesterday, and we haven't been able to have that dinner in 3 years because of COVID.
Wow.
My aunt is in her late 70s and my uncle is in his early 80s, and I really missed them, and I miss
Wow, that's so
spending.
lovely.
It is. It is. It means a lot to me. So right now I'm a little tired, but very almost elated, right? I'm very relieved. I don't know what the right word is. The whatever. I was
Hmm.
dreading the new normal. So I'm very happy to see that the new normal is the old normal, more or less.
That's lovely. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. And I probably stayed up too late, but this is what happens when you get sucked into interesting conversations with people. Is he really trying to hold both? Bro. Kilted. You greedy man, sir.
Right.
Okay. Fionn says, no, I want it. You should take it. You should take it for yourself.
I'll be too weak to hold it.
No,
I
no,
want to get
no.
my 26 in there as well. Do you think Mallory will let me through?
Yeah, you gotta ask her. You gotta ask her nicely. Also, you guys are letting me get away with murder, by the way. All these
I'm not.
stupid 20 stacks in
I'm not gonna hit the host of the game.
I don't blame you. They don't really mean anything to anybody, right? That's why they stick around.
Thank you, Mallory. Yay.
Oh, I see
Pete,
what's
if you
happening.
go if you move up there
Yeah, I know
from
you'll
Japan,
hit
I
it
will hit
anyways.
you.
You will hit. I know you will. I can see what's happening. As if Pete doesn't know how to play ball. Come on. You know me better than that. Would give up a 20 one of these precious 20 stacks for nothing.
What's fun for you? How do you like to have fun?
Ooh. How do I like to have fun? I like connecting with people. So I learned one of the big lessons that Madre showed me was you have enough. In terms of things, you've met your material needs in life now and probably forever, which is absolutely a blessing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to denigrate the material necessities of life because so many go without or with not enough, and that is nothing short of a tragedy given how abundant our world is. But having reached a place where I can confidently say I have enough stuff, then what's next, right? What is the next step to actualization? Um, and for me, it is, well, how do I connect with other people, right? Other people matter. They're the most important thing. You know, I was an arrogant man, I think, when I was younger. I really thought that I had it all figured out and I was right and I knew the answer and I got this good shit to tell you, but all right. I'm glad you have North America now. Well, don't put it there.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not?
I mean, why not?
Oh, because you still need cards. Because I
I
need
need
Asia.
cards, pal.
Because I'm taking Asia. Can't you
You're
see?
not in Asia, though, are
No,
you?
I'm taking it, man. I got all my troops in Asia. And I got like the most troops on the board, so I think I'm just gonna take it.
Will this be the first ever Asia successful take and hold in the history of Risk?
Someone has to stop me, right? Yes, Mallory, do it. Yes.
No! What the fuck, Mallory?
She gotcha.
No! Mallory, no!
Oh.
Mallory! I thought we were
No,
bros. I
it's
thought we were
heartbreaking.
pals.
It's heartbreaking. How would you answer these questions, right? Don't just tell me what like I'm much
How do
less
you know to answer them? I'm like fear and judgment and all that. Which question? About fun, is
about
it?
fun. Yeah, what's the most fun for you?
I love moving, I love dancing. It feels great to like just smooth the energy. And there's something about dancing. I just love moving to really good tunes and like just letting go. It's almost like you just switch off your brain and you just go in this flow state. And the dances I go to are very conscious kind of spirituality dances where you just dance and no one's looking at you, no one cares, they're doing their own thing. So you can really just go deep, like really deep, and find yourself in very, very surprising places. It's beautiful. I like touch. I love to give and receive massage, for example. I love
Mm.
giving hugs. I love making love. I love laughing a lot. I love having fun. Um, yeah. What else is there?
He's a
There's a lot.
lover, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm definitely a lover. I'm full of love. What's going on? Mallory, you're in my continent. I don't believe it. What is this? I will never forgive her.
I think you might
But I
be
need some.
the fish, sir.
I'm definitely the fish, isn't it?
Yeah, you might be.
Look,
Oh,
if I
we're
put.
getting cards. We're getting cards over there. I see. I see how it
Trouble is,
goes.
if I do that, I think Mallory just suicides on me, and I don't have the balls to take her. Well, we'll see.
This is the way the old cookie crumbles. Take the risk. Yup, it sure is.
What I also love is I'm a Leo, right? And Leos love to be seen in all of their glory and majesty,
Mhm.
um, which I think is actually a very normal human trait, but Leos especially. So I do love making a video and putting it out there,
Yep.
and
Me
being
too.
liked.
I'm
It's
also a
really
Leo.
nice, isn't it? Are you a
Yeah.
Leo? That's
When's
amazing.
your birthday?
10th of August.
Ah, okay. I'm early. I'm July 26th.
Okay. It's just very pleasing, isn't it, to be loved and like have people like your videos and subscribe and they comment. I
Yeah,
really
well,
like it. I really enjoy that.
there's that spectrum of pride being a sin. You know, at
I
some point,
Yeah, I don't find it prideful. Just
what word would you use then to describe the admiration of others?
I think it's just a very normal thing. I think everybody wants to be loved, and that's it. That's it. I don't find it a sin at all. I think it's only a sin and prideful if it becomes a problem. If I don't know. I don't know how that would become a problem if you're just getting very um sort of big
Oh
without
shit!
so much. What's
GG, man.
happening? Oh shit! What the fuck? Kicked it no!
I think he got you.
This son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Well
it happened.
done.
He got his
Well done,
revenge.
Captain. Yeah, it was a slow burn.
He's
He
sneaky
waited.
like that. Except he didn't
Sneaky
tell you
fuck.
he was sneaky, so you
Yeah.
never saw it coming.
Good game. Arr.
What do you think? Mallory takes North
Hey.
America?
Yeah, absolutely. You set up to do it.
Mallory's someone who's been commenting on my YouTube videos a lot. I think about that connection. I reflect on how the content creation kind of is mostly a one-way connection, right? We put out this work to the audience and we hope they like it. Oh, really? The greed. The greed on this man. Mm, okay. I mean, I can make this worse.
Do it.
Okay,
Take
cool.
the risk.
Oh well, I'm taking the risk.
Yes. Yes, Pete. Yes.
I'm doing it! We're doing
That's
it!
amazing. That is
Oh,
amazing.
baby!
Thanks, Asia.
Okay, so
It's
wait,
game over.
I'm getting what? I'm 7, 8, 9. He's getting 5, 6, 7, 8 bonus. I get a slightly better deal out of this.
When you're dead, you can't tell anyone to attack Pete. That's so annoying.
Who's telling? Let's see if Platon betrays me, though.
Let's see.
I think I get, what, 2 troops on him? No, don't be stupid. We win together. He doesn't want to go into the 1v1 with me. Dude, this situation is great for us. No, Platon, don't betray me. We got it all figured out now. We got them locked into this tiny piece in the middle of the board. This is fun for me, right? Like, I'm just playing games with friends. It's kind of... It's special. And I think, because I never approached this as a business. I think that's also kind of resonant with people.
Hmm.
Oh, Kilton's gonna break him too. All right, now he hits me. All right, this game is opening up.
Jolly good.
What else do you like, settings wise? Like, what are your favorite? Are you a zombies guy?
I never used to be, but I'm getting more and more interested in
Ah,
zombies for sure.
okay.
Yeah, I find it. I think you got to add an extra level of sneakiness in zombies and awareness, haven't you? So it's definitely nice. I mean, I'm a prog guy, obviously progressive. How about next time we play Britannia Advanced prog,
Mm-hmm.
and you can decide the rest if you want zombies or blizzards or fog or whatever.
No, I don't need to decide. It's your show, remember?
Okay. Maybe just standard then, no
Yeah.
fog, because it's not so interesting TV.
I'm enjoying myself so far. So.
Good. Wait, did you hold Asia for a turn or
No, I
no?
didn't. I didn't.
Okay.
I think the Asia hold mostly triggered the psychology of Kilted to be like, well, this game's over. All right. We have
Great.
an unopened stack and an open stack. So,
Yeah, definitely leave that 44 where it is.
yeah, the 44 stays locked.
Take out everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Very good.
Yeah, thanks, man. How did you learn how to play originally? Have you, like, did you start on the board game as a kid?
Yes. Yes, I used to play the board game quite a lot with my brother-in-law and my sister and whoever was around. And I never used to win. My brother-in-law always used to win.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found the Risk app, and then I found Champion Ever on YouTube, watched some of his videos, and then I found you, and that's when I became really good because I learned about progressive. I learned about progressive, pal. You taught me a lot, as did most of the people in this community these days. Still to this day, my most consistent. Well done. Well
Thank you.
played. Well played.
Thank you.
That's why you gotta kill Pete.
20
My most
stacks is what
consistent.
you got.
I love
You said it.
Pangea. That's what I'm trying to say.
I love it. Me too. I love it. I'm going to put up
Yeah,
the Britannia Advanced game.
great.
How do you feel about ranked? Do you like play ranked at all? Do you care? Do
I
you not
love rank.
care? Okay, what do
I
you play?
care.
I'm just gonna get another cup of coffee, but tell us please about.
Okay, I used to play only Pangea progressive, but that became really boring. I was actually really inspired by you by opening yourself up to other maps and other game modes. Wait a minute, I need to join. Okay, I'm in. And so now I play sort of more maps, opening my repertoire. I think if you're going to be considered a good player, you need to play lots of different maps. There are still some maps that I stay away from, obviously, because I find them too luck based that I do not want to risk my rank with. I think I'm currently ranked 313, and as you know, when you're up in the top, like every game really matters. If you lose, you go down a huge portion. So I take a little bit of a risk, but not a huge amount of risk. Let's say that.
Do you have other accounts?
Yeah, I've got just. I used to have a 1v1 account when I thought that could be interesting, and I remember you showed me how to play 1v1s on the Spain map, and then I played about 10 games and I got really bored, so I don't do that anymore. Um, and I've got an anything goes account just for fun, right? And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, yeah. I need a at this point when I publicize something, it can kind of ruin the camouflage of my account. So I change my name a lot, and I have a number of
Yeah,
different accounts. But
can
let
imagine.
me get some butts in the seats here. We got King John. listening in. We got Parlox. We got Fionn. We need 2 more people. I think I'll just send this invite to everybody on my friends list. Would you like? I heard you say you think the sign of a good player is someone who's good at all sorts of things. So you don't
Um,
you tend to resist specialization?
I think there's nothing wrong with being good at one map and one settings, but if you're going to win tournaments, you need to have a wide variety of skills, right? And I think that's really where that's how you become like the best, if you like, at
Mm,
Risk by playing everything.
okay. So my favorite question then. This is the segue. If someone asked you if you were good at Risk, what would you tell them?
Absolutely, mate. I'm fucking really
Absolutely.
good at Risk.
Really good.
Um,
Wow.
yeah, I don't think rank shows how good you are because obviously you can grind it with 1v1s and it's kind of I think a very easy way to get up there. But I do think I'm probably in the top sort of 2 or 300 players in terms of skill, and particularly in progressive. Let's say I've won a tournament. I can't be that bad.
No, I'm not suggesting you are. I'm just it's more
No,
the
I
the
know.
reason I find the question interesting is it's
I
more
don't. I don't. I
to
don't do false modesty. Like right, I've been playing this game a long time. Still put a lot of hours into the game, so I should be good by now.
you would hope.
You would hope.
You would definitely hope. Where can I ping this code so we get some people
Okay.
looking for game? Yeah, and like I for the longest time maybe did the false modesty until somebody tried to correct me. It's like, well, that's bullshit. So you should probably stop lying. And fair enough, but I also don't know how to thread the needle between the humility and the arrogance. It's tough for me, right? I slide into
Hmm.
arrogance very easily.
Oh, why do you think you become arrogant? Are you certain you're arrogant, or do you just think you just feel it?
So I have this weird uh I have this weird relationship where I have or at least for the longest time I had like a very large ego but no self-esteem. So like what would a person who would be an egomaniac but also hated himself look like mentally?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
What is that
exactly. It
person?
was well, it was hard. It was a hard one to work its way through, but I'm glad I finally did. Um, but all that to say, my ego is something that I actively have to keep in check all the time. So I'm very resistant to concluding that I am right, concluding that I am smarter or better than whomever I'm talking to, and the constant reminder. It's like, listen, this person is here for a reason, just like you. They are a interesting full life. Let's go. Let's go. Right? They are an interesting full life. They have something to offer you, and how stupid would you be to not listen to that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think my relationship with ego is an interesting one. I used to feel like I was egoic. I used to
Mhm.
fear judgment for being seen, being loud, being beautiful, being bold, all of these things. I used to feel like it was wrong, being bigger, being the center of attention. And when I learned from other people, from hearing from other people that um, you should not put yourself down, you should be as big and bright as you can. You don't see
Mhm.
a sunflower being any less beautiful and magnificent and gold as they are, right? They're doing their thing. So when I dropped that idea and when I started being even bigger and more confident, but not in a arrogant or hurtful way, but actually with an awareness to not take up too much space, right? You have to hold an awareness, otherwise everyone just hates you if you're always talking and always being the smart ass. When I when I learned to just be myself, listen to other people, but yeah, take the stage sometimes and speak up, then I just felt I don't have a problem with ego anymore, you know? I just feel like I'm being authentic, and that has made me a lot happier, I would say.
Authenticity is resonant. This is like a Pete-ism almost. The way I think about it is, if you're afraid and the person you're talking to is afraid, then you both have these walls up to protect yourself. But those walls also limit your ability to connect. Like the way you said, shine brightly.
Can I
Give of
just
your
ask,
Yeah, please.
does does North Wales, Gwynedd, connect with Nordanheimbra?
No,
Okay.
it does not.
No, just no. All right, just no.
Yeah. Well, I've played this map a bunch of times too, folks. These settings, just so you know, these settings, World Domination, Pertaining, Advanced, Expert, Progressive, with nothing fancy. These are, in my opinion, top tier progressive settings. So I've played this hundreds of times, and I love them. But where were we in the conversation about ego?
I don't know. I lost it.
No, it's
I
okay.
can't
This
do
is
two
the
things at
challenge
once.
of playing and talking, right? You lose the thread sometimes.
Well, I explained how I got to be happy with my ego, and I think we were talking about authenticity.
Authenticity, right. Right. So the separation or the fake separation we have. Okay, so if connecting with other people is the raison d'etre, um
What does that mean? Raison
reason for
d'etre.
in French, reason for being. Raison
Okay,
d'etre.
cool.
Um you must have heard this.
No,
No,
never. No,
it's like anyways. Um
it's like a saying. Yeah.
it's a say. Connecting with people in the most free, honest, authentic way is what I'm here for. It's what I'm all about, and perhaps it is why folks enjoy connecting with me. It resonates. It's like, wow, this is a real guy. I get these comments on my show. Wow, Pete, you're so wholesome. And I'm like, no, I'm
Nice.
not. I'm a dirty man. Like I'm a filthy human, and so are you. Like the furthest thing from wholesome, but I think the word they're using, or
I think it's
the
authentic.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
You're
not.
authentic.
I'm just me. It's not hard to
Exactly.
be yourself. You don't have to
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
Like I often try and find a slogan for the episode. Like it's not hard to be yourself. You don't have to try is something that I would
Okay.
shout from the rooftops. Guys, like if you're listening, if you could be the most full, bright, whole, integrated, comprehensive version of yourself, what would that person look like and how would they behave?
Yeah.
And it should be effortless. Are you going to kill guard me in Cornwall? You are! You are! I see what you're doing! I don't like it!
Told you I was sneaky. No, I
Too
love being
many
kill guided. It
positions.
means you're protected, isn't it?
It's why I have too many positions. How could any? And I have some of the best positions on the board. You're only in one place.
I know it sucks.
You're going to get eaten.
I know. I didn't have any northern occupation or any occupation in Ireland.
Yeah, because King John had it all. John had a shitty start too. Question: how are you looking at? How early are you looking at kill lines? Like, are you already kind of
Right
planning
now,
things? Yeah.
very loosely, I'm just seeing if anyone's obviously easy to kill, like if someone's in one position, that sort of thing. Um, but in general, it's not till we get till about like everyone's holding 5 cards, and then I'll start to see who's the weakest player, who have I got lines on, and then I'll come closer to them
Hmm. If you can, yeah.
if you can.
What determines? Oh, would you think? Would you self-identify as a more aggressive or a more conservative grandmaster?
Conservative.
Okay. So you would, all things being equal, you would prefer to wait for other people to make mistakes?
No, I'm all for taking that first move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in fact usually I do in the games I play. I take the first move, but only when I calculate that it will be successful, obviously. But yeah, sure, if someone makes a mistake, then I'll try and capitalize on it.
The downside of having so many positions,
They're a bit weaker.
they're weaker, right?
Yeah, but no one's gonna pop through any 4s or 5s, so I think it's fine.
We'll see. That wouldn't surprise me at this level. We got some really good players in here that somebody might try something.
I want this north position to stay open. No, King John got in there. I knew that was coming. I really want to go up into Scotland. This guy.
Where were you
I've
at the
made an enemy
beginning of
now.
this season? How did you miss signups for the tournament? Because it looks like you
I was
just
in Portugal.
how was that?
Let me just take my turn. I believe
Please.
it's my turn. We'll get a bit closer north. Why not? So Portugal is somewhere that I've been coming back to the last 5 years. I seem to end up there at least once a year. There's something very special about Portugal. For me, I love it. I love the community there. There's a lot of dancing happening there. There's a lot of conscious people, sort of aware people trying to live a better life, help each other, and self-healing and so forth. So I've been
Mhm.
involved in these circles a lot. And yeah, sort of living in different communities or just perhaps sort of retreat centers where they hold lots of dancing or healing workshops, things like that. Sort of as a volunteer sometimes with a paid position, but not often. And what was your question? What do I like about Portugal?
Yeah, let's sell it to me.
I mean, if you like, oh, I'm not going to say that. That's cruel. I'm not going to say that. Uh, uh, if you like nature, go there. If you like surfing, go there. Beautiful weather, really beautiful people, like unbelievably beautiful men and women, and really lovely as well, like very much in their heart. Um, Although at the same time, they do have a certain conservativeness about them.
Okay.
But what else? What else? What else? I just it's kind of very central for Europe. You're sort of close to everything. I can go home anytime. I can pop around quite easily there.
I think the food would be the big draw for me. I love seafood.
I was gonna say that's why I said I was gonna say I can't be cruel because I don't actually enjoy the Portuguese food so much.
Ah, fair enough. You're not. Yeah, I don't see that as cruel. You're not obligated to enjoy things. Everyone has a different set of preferences.
But the thing is, they love it. They absolutely love it,
Of course they do. Every
and
culture enjoys their own food, right?
they take you out and they say, "Oh, you must try this. It's absolutely amazing."
And
And
you're
you
just like,
try it, and
no,
it's just
thank you,
actually
please. You
shit.
just don't like it.
They
Well,
have
I
a
mean,
tend
how do you
they
go
cook a
wrong
lot
with
of fish,
seafood?
but they have a tendency to like make it swim in butter and like way too salty. It's too much for me.
Mm, overstimulated. No, I
Mm,
love butter. Oh
butter.
yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I do as well. You don't eat half a pound with your cod, do you?
Oh, the bacalhau? How else do you make it palatable? It's already salted, right? The stuff is preserved in salt, and they have to reconstitute it.
But Portugal gave me a space to just be very appreciative to the people that I stayed with in Portugal. I could really just yeah, have a place to be and see what comes up in my life and see where I need to heal and so on. But yes, the original question about tournaments, wasn't it? I couldn't fully go into a tournament because didn't have constant Wi-Fi and I was only on a laptop, so I just couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I missed the tournament.
That's a bummer, man.
It's all right. There'll be another one
That's
very soon, I think.
yes. Now, how do I punish Parlox for hitting my 4?
Do you want to talk about tantra a little bit? Have you ever? Because
I'd
tantra
love to.
was a big part of my self healing. Have you ever? Do you know much about it? Have you ever
No,
stepped
I
into the
don't know
world of
much about
tantra?
it. Tell me, pretend I don't know anything about it, and what would you tell me?
Okay, well, tantra literally means expansion. and I think it's very broad, and there are many avenues, and a lot of people think about sex when they first think about tantra, and it's not at all completely focused on sex. However, it does come up. It's mostly about self-healing, and the reason why sex comes up a lot is because many of us have trauma around sex or misunderstanding about it. They have trouble in their lives. Where can I go? Oh, I can finally get into the
Hit
north.
Parlox.
Can I playing progressive in it? I'm not even concentrating. Right. Let's do that. Why should I hit Parlox?
Because you hit my 4.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I was in the Isle of Man. Now he is in the Isle of Man.
Okay.
So he will be a dead man on the Isle of Man. I know you can hear me, Parlox. I'm going to kill you.
Aw, poor
He
Parlox.
knows. No, he started
He
it.
seems to get roasted on your shows.
Because he
I
brings
mean,
it on
like,
himself.
yeah. Aw.
John from last game says, I didn't know it was Give Pete the Win Day. It's always Give Pete the Win Day.
Isn't it? No one wants to incur the wrath of Pete. They know you'll smash them.
Parlox gonna set and kill me. I guess I'm losing to 5. That's a shame.
That's rough, pal. That's rough. Why is everyone saying early? What's going on?
Well, no, I think Black skipped.
Okay.
Yeah, but he skipped and he's going to set anyways. Now we're talking.
We can't see you, Pete. You've gone.
Oh shit!
There you go.
You've still been watching me?
I've got you on my secondary screen. I just
guess
look
that's
over now and
great
again.
for
Sure.
great for rapport, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Love it. I didn't realize you were watching me this whole time. I have a big Fionn right to my left.
Well, lucky you.
Isn't it? Okay, so you're talking about Tantra. Tell us why. Okay, what if I was interested in learning more about it? Where would I go to explore this?
Depends how deep you want to go, really. I went pretty deep my first go because I was really in a bad place, and I didn't know anything about tantra, and I just sort of googled it and saw this kind of deep 5-day workshop retreat happening, and I went and did that. So, like I said, it does depend. Oh, you're dead.
Oh, sure am.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I should probably take a break
Wait.
from playing with Parlox for a while.
I'm next. Can I make a kill? I haven't been paying attention at all. Can I kill orange? I've got really good lines on orange, isn't it? I'll do that. What's the trade at? 15. We'll come back to this question. I just maybe need to pay attention.
Of course. It requires all sorts of things with your mind. It is a complicated set of skills.
What kills a 6? 10, isn't it?
11 is probably better, but 10 should be good enough.
Oh, I didn't see. I fucked it up.
What?
14 on 12 does not work.
Well, try it. Yeah, you got it.
It works. Nice.
Yeah, I think that was fine.
Alrighty. It's a bit close for my liking.
Well, now you're in the driver's seat, right? Now this game just falls like dominoes.
So I've got 22. Can I somehow kill Parlox? I'd have to put some there. Oh no, he's got a 2 there as well, isn't it? I can't kill Parlox. I might spread out a little bit. Can I kill guard someone? Not really, but
Well, that looks good to me.
so I mean, if you or anyone listening is someone that feels that perhaps they are blocked in certain aspects of their life, if they feel like they could move some energy, to be freer, to be more open with how they communicate with people, to be more authentic, if they perhaps have some kind of trauma relating to sex or the body or shame. Shame's a big one that you can really release through tantra. Anything like that, and if anything that stops you from living your full potential, I would say check out tantra. I would actually say just go in deep and go in for one of these 5-day retreats,
Mm-hmm.
and fully immerse yourself with incredible facilitators that really hold the space very well. You are very safe in those containers.
I wonder if there's anything local to me that I could explore. Because I do have time coming up where,
Okay.
at the end of my season, I can take a couple of days. Obviously, assuming
Good.
I shoot my show in advance, guys. I would never leave you without the TV, but... oh, is he going for you? No, he's not. He is. No, what's the plan here?
He can't kill me, so I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's just spreading out, making it easier. So I don't take him. I don't know. But obviously I'm going for Parlox next, isn't it?
Yeah, better deal. Take the risk. This game is over. Kill black? I think you do, right? It's still worth
Yeah.
doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful work, sir.
Thank you.
Easy.
I don't think I've got it
Effortless.
yet, but
Oh, you
soon.
don't need it. He's got no cards. I'm not sure why John spread out. What was the logic there? Maybe this is a tricky map to play on your phone.
Oh, is he on his phone?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure John's just mobile.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you about shame, because shame is a tricky emotion for me. I'm not actually sure I really experience it.
That's lovely to hear. That's amazing.
Yeah, well, but the question is then, am I just colorblind, or do I have a superpower, right? Which one is it? Because sometimes having the full range of our emotions is,
Fucked it up. Oh well.
you did fuck it up. What is this? Didn't expect this from top Grandmaster Fionn. Missing a 5-stack in the corner.
Whatever.
The
Get next time.
commenters will not leave you alone. They will make sure that you remember for the ages, right? You're putting these
Can you just give up,
artifacts.
King John? What
Oh,
are you doing?
he will give up.
What's this? What? Take the risk. I liked the why one. Why?
I know they should give us like many more options, right? Why not? I understand that Western culture is primarily guilt based versus we hear Eastern culture is shame based, right? So the juxtaposition of the importance of the individual versus the importance of our obligation or perceived obligation to the collective settings,
Um.
Mr. Fionn.
What about some zombies?
Do you want to do? Do you want to help me practice? You want to do a con wheel?
Sure.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Can we talk about
But
these settings? What do you
if you
think
want,
about?
but I want to come back to shame eventually.
I
It's
would
very
love to do
interesting.
both. I would love to do both.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you
So
want to
for
do the strategic conversation or the emotional conversation? What are you in the mood for?
everything all at once.
I love it.
No. Let's just look at the board. Maybe just
Sure.
right. I'm in the first position. I need to look what's happening.
What's happening?
Got all the blizzards on the east, isn't it?
Oh, it's crazy.
Did I take a bonus? I mean, why not?
Obviously, you've been
Obviously.
you've been given it. What a gift.
Yeah. Um. No one's gonna break me.
Bot mate.
Um.
I put a bot in because I actually likely have a bot in my game on Friday, so
Great.
trying to
Let's
make
talk about
sure
the
I get
settings first. We can
sure.
come back to shame.
Perfect.
How do you feel about the settings, or do you want to know something? How I feel?
I love them. I think these
Yep.
settings are fantastic. And I think the part that I find fantastic is um so I'm just trying to make our faces make sense. The part that
Yep.
I find fantastic is how challenging they are. So trying to reach a 70% win condition on Conwy Castle is difficult because the pathing, because the blizzards, these settings have the potential to be very choked up. Oh, Tim does break you. What? That didn't make any sense. Okay. The way these games are likely going to go is that someone is going to um, chain one, maybe two kills into the 70. Yeah, I fully expected that to happen. But because I have a bot in my game, I have to also help predict the bot's behavior.
Mm.
And then, of course, with 70 as a win con, at some point the card progression increases to the point where the tension breaks and you can just capture enough of the board regardless. So if
Mm.
everybody stalemates too long, it can end up being one of those very low scoring 70 games where you get a four-way tie or something, or a three-way tie for fourth or and whatnot, which is definitely not what I want to see in my game because um, I had a really strong opener to this tournament, but I kind of choked in the last two rounds, so I would really like to get as many points as I can. Um, I'm going to lose this 3 to orange. So I'm going to have nothing on the left-hand side. Too bad for me.
You. I was gonna say, can you be a pal and break that bot for me?
Yeah, no, I want the bot to be a problem for you. I want the bot to be strong because I'm one of the have-nots in this game.
Yeah, true. So I only played these settings once just recently, and I don't know if I'm the best to ask because I actually forgot it was 70%. I never played this one. So I was doing well. I got the first two bounties, and it turns out I could have won if I just remembered the settings,
Oh, if you
but I
just reached
didn't.
the yeah, totally.
The limit, the 70%. Yeah,
Yep.
I was going for kills, but I think it's quite possible to get two bounties and then just win it. And I think you
Yeah.
need to get a couple of bounties in order to get enough cards to actually win it, right?
Yeah, otherwise you just open up a path for someone else to take it.
Yeah.
Hit that 4. You have
Which
to.
four? Oh, no, no,
The
no, no. He can
bot's
go
4.
somewhere else.
He can, but what if he doesn't? Oh, you greedy man! Look
No, I'm
at
not going
you.
for another bonus. No, no.
Yeah, so you say.
I just wanted to consolidate.
Hmm. I can't wait for the bot to roll fucking whatever it is, 8v4 or something stupid.
Maybe. Let's see. Let's see. It's coming
Come
up.
on, bot, be a bad neighbor. It
I wish you could ally with the bot
would
and
be
like send them
amazing.
little heart
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
I also wish there could be 8 players or even 10.
Like,
That would
or
be
10
great.
would be awesome. I know. Let's go, bot.
Yeah.
Let's go, bot.
No!
No,
He's not doing
77.
7. He's not doing
Let's do
it.
it. Oh my
Right.
god, he hits my last 5. Oh
Yes. Yes. He
my
has passed
god.
5. And he hits him down the south. Wow.
Heartbreaking. How could this
Unlucky.
happen to Parlogs?
And now that 5's pointed at you, Pete, I'd be worried if I was you.
I'm gonna run. You know I'm gonna run. Parlogs isn't happy. He says, "How can this happen to me, man?"
Poor Bollocks. He's listening, isn't he? We love you,
Of course he
Bollocks.
is. Yeah, we do.
I mean, I don't know you much, to be honest, but from what
You
I've seen, you're lovely. You're
you
lovely,
probably know
Bollocks.
him from being so active in the community and on the streams.
Absolutely. And he's in a lot of your videos, I think, isn't he? So yeah,
Hmm.
definitely heard a lot from him.
Ray of sunshine, an otherwise bleak and cruel world.
Might be a bit of a stretch. I don't know.
So the way I observe other people experience guilt and shame, guilt at least makes sense to me because I used to do things that made me feel guilty and I just stopped doing them and now I don't feel guilty. Right?
Right.
So whatever you want to think, like having a conscience. But shame I just don't get. Like, why on earth would you allow your emotions to be manipulated by the expectation of others? Why is that so important for so many people? Why can't they just be themselves?
Well, that's a good question. I think it's not even necessarily to do with other people, at least in my experience. I think you can build up a very unhealthy thought pattern about yourself, and particularly your body as well. Like it should look a certain way or be a certain size. There are many attributing factors to this, right? Pornography was a big one for me. I think I compared myself to many other men
Mm-hmm.
and just felt really shitty about my own body. And also, the fact that in our current society, we don't really talk about what's on our minds. Men can't really share with other men how they feel. So we keep it all bottled in, isn't it? And it just becomes a huge problem, a pressure cooker.
Well, that was
And you
never a problem
just,
for me, that last bit, right? I have no trouble talking about how I feel. I have no trouble sharing it in front of thousands of people. I have no trouble sharing it with
but
you right now.
even when you were younger, because you're 39 now, isn't it? And it obviously
How
gets
did I
easier
come?
when you get
I wonder.
older.
No, you're right. I wonder how I came to. No, you know what? I was always a very direct person. I always spoke my mind. Part of that, I think, is so my mom is Dutch, so I think directness is a stereotypical Dutch cultural thing, right? They will say what they mean,
Okay.
and a bit more stereotypical too of like Northern Europeans. But I would say for better or worse, this is definitely for better. Like I value my time, as I said earlier. So if we're going to speak on something, let's get to the point, right? Let's progress the conversation. I'm a bit less concerned about being maybe overly polite. I'm not here to hurt anyone's feelings, of course, but man, I'm just in such a bad position in
Yeah.
this game. Awful. Poor Pete. Well, at least the bot's going to hit you really hard now. You're going to be punished for putting that 12 there.
I hope not. I really hope not.
I betcha. You had like 2 turns of it, and now you're going to get punished, man. He's got
But
nowhere to go.
that's the other good thing about Tantra, because
Mm-hmm.
we actually talk a lot in Tantra, and we share a lot, like in circles or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my god, 17 now.
Told you. You don't want to hang out next to a strong bot, dude.
No, but don't do it. No, no, but all right. Lesson learned.
Yes, sir.
Don't
You
talk
got
to the bot.
punished. You got
I'm
absolutely
dead.
punished.
I'm
You're not doing great.
fishiest fish that ever lived.
Om nom nom.
I bet
Yikes.
Will anyone take me now? No, I'll wait. Well, I said first anyway.
So is to your understanding, is shame a learned experience from childhood? Are we trained
Yes.
to feel this way about ourselves?
I
Like
think
less than or
all of these factors don't help. The fact that many young men and many women, I would assume, watched pornography and felt that, we're not that, so we must be different. And I think not talking about it, and actually through my experience talking to many men, uh, a lot of men out there do have some kind of trauma or shame or a belief about their body. Um, so I know it affects an awful lot of people. I just think we don't talk enough about it. We're in school and we're learning to make our minds huge, but we just never learn to actually share our feelings and communicate with each other. And I think that's such a big part of life that is missing.
IQ versus EQ,
EQ as in
emotional.
emotional. Yeah, absolutely. And I think first and foremost, we're emotional beings. And I think it's just a far more interesting and exciting world when we use our emotions more and our feelings and our love rather than our brains.
Would
There's
completely
room for
agree.
both. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
Right. Right. I'm fucked, innit? What can I
No,
do?
you're not. You're not. There's still hope. You wanted me to break that bot. He's like, no, please save me. Save me from the inevitable 2 turns later where this bot destroys my game. A lot of people, I think, misunderstand the bot too. Like folks in sort of the newer to intermediate level of understanding this game, they're like, well, the bot is stupid. The bot does stupid things. Like, yeah, but it does predictably stupid things. So it actually increases the skill ceiling, not doesn't reduce it once you understand it, of course, which is not the easiest thing in the world.
Mhm. Yeah, once you understand it. I should have known better about stacking there. I really should have.
Well, you also should have listened to me when I directly warned you about it.
Yeah. I think also I've half a mind on the game and half a mind on the
No,
conversation
fair
as well.
enough.
It
It's
is
a good
very
it's
hard.
a good conversation. I love it. Um I am I've come to pretty much the same conclusion as you that we are an extremely mind focused culture, and that is detrimental to our mental health, to our emotional well being.
Absolutely.
So, do you have a meditation practice?
No, I used to. When I was
Mm.
traveling a lot, I was doing a lot of meditation and all of that, but I don't keep it up. It's part of my problem, just not having the sort of willpower and the strength to keep something up. I find myself being very lazy and I just don't do things like meditation and exercise when I should.
Hmm.
That was a long way of saying no. I don't.
Yeah, yeah.
You meditate?
Well, you're allowed. I find gardening to be very meditative. I had a much
Mm,
more disciplined sort of lifestyle before I became completely subsumed by this new hobby, this community and video production, and just connecting with hundreds of people. I have a lot of conversations on a daily basis, and not in a million years am I trying to make this a lament, right? Because I absolutely love the things that I'm learning and the ability to connect with folks from all sorts of places in the world
mhm.
about really interesting stuff, like on my server that Drew finally talked me into building. We have philosophy forums, and I was just reading and chatting with people. I do it every day or every other day now, and it's just so rewarding to me to have a space and to be contributing to creating a space where difficult conversations can occur respectfully. Because that's another thing that we're missing out on so much. Um, there should be a cultural default expectation that we are going to disagree with each other, and that's good, and that's healthy, and that's necessary, as opposed to this hyper polarized us versus them rhetoric that we are sold all the time. You're either on the right team or you're on the wrong team, right? It's divisive. Tim's going to break both now. He's going to hit the 5. I don't think he sits there with a 12.
So If you agree that this current society that we're in has its fair share of problems,
I do.
what do you like to see change? How do you think sort of the utopia could occur?
Well, I first I would hate to use that word,
Okay.
because I don't want to spend too much time talking about fiction. We do that a lot in philosophy, and it can be expository, but it also can be such a waste of time. So, what I prefer to think about, or how I prefer to phrase it is, there are going to be, so there are certainly going to be flaws in every design forever. We don't live in a perfect universe. Um, so, given that, how do we iterate from something that, in my opinion, is utterly and unacceptably broken to something that is better fit for more people? And that's all, right? I'm not expecting a utopia. I'm not blindly thinking that it's even possible. I'm just saying, wow, when I have a piece of garbage, I throw it out. And a situation where folks are, put into debt slavery to benefit the 0.01% of us, and there are still humans who are homeless and starving in 2022.
Mm.
Really. Like, every
Crazy,
single
isn't it?
person should find that shockingly unacceptable. And the fact that we don't, um
We've just come to accept it now, isn't it?
I
It's just
mean,
not shocking anymore.
it's quite callous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite callous to say that we just accept the fact that humans should starve, or that we should continue to build guns to kill ourselves
Mm.
as acceptable or normal. I don't.
I mean,
Don't.
that's to do with money, right? That's to do with power and a small population, men in power, profiteering from war, right? That's my take on it, at least.
War
For
is
the
a very
guns side.
complicated. War and defense as a concept is a very complicated one, because it is the case that escalation works both ways. If I am not able or willing to defend myself, um, someone would or could take everything from me. So, striking the balance of what is the us that is worthy of being defended, um, and then on the other end of it is, I am a loving, generous being that would like to uplift all. How do you protect yourself against bad actors? Essentially, how do you systematize? In the last podcast, I was speaking with, my guest was Johnny, and he was just making a rational argument for guns in the United States of America from the
He's pro
perspective.
guns.
Yeah, very much so. He's like,
Okay.
well, there are guns around, and I need to defend myself. And my perspective on that is, yep, sounds like a failed state, right?
Mm,
If
escalation.
your logic is true, your conclusion, the fact that someone else has a gun and might shoot you, therefore you might need to defend yourself with a gun, I don't fault the logic at all. But that tells me that, why are we accepting that
I
we
think
live in a broken culture?
it's exactly, it's feeding the broken culture, as opposed to addressing it, isn't it?
That's right. That's right. So I would not want to escalate. I would not want to build a single new gun ever again.
Of course
We
not.
are all human beings. And he put himself in the same position. Come on. Parallax, did you want to see the bot hit the barbican again? Like, what did you do that for? He already did it. Like, he's
I don't
doing it.
understand also why Parlox took this +2 bonus late, mid to late game. What's the point?
I think he's just amusing himself.
Okay.
I mean, we saw the bot do it. Why? Like, oh, buddy, I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I don't know, man. How much? Like, do you know Immanuel Kant, the categorical imperative?
No.
So Kant did this framing of the golden rule, and it's translated German, but basically he puts it as act according to that maxim that you would will it to be a universal law.
Okay.
So, um,
I'm dying now.
are
Yeah,
you?
well done. Well done,
That's a
Parlox.
shame. That's a real shame.
Good game. All good.
Um, yeah. Well, you got slammed too, huh? How do I get there? I'm going to screw this up. I can't talk and play right now. Ooh.
I would love to know if your viewers. Oh, I'll let you do this.
Thank you. No, but please go, because it will fill the air.
I would love to know if your viewers resonate with any of these discussions, but particularly about self-healing, shame, because this has been a big part of my life. How would they do that? I suppose they would leave comments in the video, right?
People love
And
this stuff. People
and
absolutely love
also,
this stuff. You get one or two folks who are still very much inside of their mind about it, but in general, my responses to when I ask difficult questions are overwhelmingly positive.
yeah, and I just feel like sharing and getting it off your chest is really the best medicine. And I would like to create a world, yeah, where we share just much more. But I would also I want to know if there's like a space for me to talk about more of this stuff in my own videos on my channel. Also, if they would be interested in that.
I think there is, and I think you should.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And if you
personally,
guys don't know about me, go check me
we're
out.
doing the
I
promo
make
again.
I make lovely videos. I'll make Risk videos and at the moment Elden Ring videos. And I'm super enjoying it and I'm having so much fun. And if you want to go and support me, go and sub, isn't it? I've got 53 subs right now. It's very small and I could really do with some love over there. That would be great. Okay, promo over.
No, it's good. It's good. I'm happy to help lift up everyone
You're gonna have
making.
maybe 10 or 20,000 viewers. If I can get another 53 adding
Yes.
subscribers, that'd be amazing.
Why is that?
That'd be
Why is that the magic number?
because I'm on 53 subscribers now, or 54, something like that.
Oh, you just want 100?
Just to increase it by 100%. I don't know. I just feel like I shouldn't ask for too much. Maybe that's already too much.
I would just say to you, don't worry too much about the numbers.
But I feel like I'm making quite good content, right? But I feel like no one knows about me, so I need to get out there, and I need subscribers. That's how I see it.
Yeah, which is all true. But okay, take my advice for what it is, and it is an opinion. So your style will certainly be different, but the way I think about it is, I spend all of my energy on the product, and if you like it, great. I hope you like it, but I'm not going to be obsessively looking at the numbers and overthinking, and this game is over, so I'm not even going to fight.
True.
Good game. Yeah, good game, Ash.
True, but we can do certain things to help out as well. I think we can be proactive about it, such as appearing on your show. That would that helps a lot. I don't just have to wait for lots of numbers. You know what I mean?
No, and I'm not suggesting you should. I'm personally of the opinion and the style that I look at the show I'm making, I try and empathize with the person who would want to watch it. And I think, what does this person want to see? What are they getting out of this? What's in it for them? So rather than looking at YouTube analytics and figuring out, well, this is the retention rate, this is the demographic, this is the, maybe I said something dumb here. Like there's an, to your earlier comments about energy, right? There's an energetic component to me enjoying playing a video game, I think, which is also very resonant to the viewer of video game television, right?
Right.
One more? We got one more game in us?
Okay, sure.
Unless you're tired, we can always call it. We can always have another chat.
Let's play more. I can do more.
Right.
We can do zombies. What do you think?
Zombies, sure, let's do it. Zombies in Spaceport Sugma. I love it. Okay, what are we, progressive? No, fixed zombies. Okay, cool. And Blizzard's Fog? Oh, these are great. These are great. I'm excited.
I mean, it will go fast on this map, isn't it? The bonuses are huge.
They could go fast, but your ability to predict in the fog here matters a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you with fog?
I think I'm pretty good. I think I actively try and pay attention to where everyone is in progressive to make those kills. I'm all right. And I'm good at like reading what I've got available to me, right? The reinforcements per turn and so forth.
Can we go over some of the regular sort of interview questions with you?
Okay. All right.
All right, let's
Cool.
go. What is your favorite thing about Risk?
My favorite thing, I think there's a part of me that loves some deep dark part of me, right? That loves world domination and conquering and murdering people. I love killing people. In the game, I'm not a murderer.
It's a
And
hilarious way of putting it. We are good. We are good to go. We are good to go, Fionn. We have a lobby.
Oh, it's me, isn't it? I'm
Yes, it
sorry.
is. No worries.
I was waiting for you.
That's why I was nudging you. You love killing people, huh? Now that is a headline too.
Fun, isn't it? Just making those kills and sequencing the kills. But I just love being good at anything, right? And I think I'm okay at Risk, so that's why I like it.
That is competence, right?
But there's a lot of strategy involved, which is very appealing for me.
I also like being good at stuff. Maybe it's the Leo in us.
Right, where are you gonna go?
You got blizzards, you got fog on, and we got fixed zombies. So one of the things I've noticed about Spaceport is
Alex is saying, "Oops, no, Pollux, no," because I'm putting up in the top left, right, and we've both
yeah,
got 2 positions up there. It's even
well,
Stevens. Why does he assume it's his position?
because he is a very selfish person.
Trouble is, if I go there, I know Pollux will smash me, isn't it?
I don't know. Don't let him bully you. He hit my 4 in the last game, and he spends a bunch of time trying to explain why that wasn't the stupidest decision in the world.
You know what? Fine, Pollux, you have your little continent.
Oh,
You go
you're
down
gonna
your
let
path.
him bully you? Wow.
I don't want to die.
Uh-huh.
No, but I remember, I think one of the first times I ever played Pollux, we were playing Red Sands Fort. Fog was on, and apparently I went his continent, and he got really pissed off. And it was in VC with you, so I know he got pissed off.
Okay.
So we'll learn from that. Not that I hold a grudge or anything. Apparently I do.
Well, there's a difference between remembering an outcome and holding a grudge.
Sure.
One of the higher level skills in Risk is, once we understand the mechanics of the game, is playing the player. So, who
Yeah,
do you know, and how do you know that they
psychology
behave?
involved.
If Parlox knows that hitting my 4, A, will result in me ruining his game too, and B, is something that I take personally because I do not value my time being wasted, then it is just not the strategically correct decision, no matter how many times you might want to justify it to yourself, right? If you are oblivious of the other people being relevant to your game, then you're playing some sort of weird solitaire.
Yeah.
12. Now, how many? Okay, so the
Weird.
zombies would have 5 positions? 2
I don't
or
see
3
any
on
zombies, you know.
each. You
Oh, there
don't,
they
huh?
are.
Well, you're going to see them soon.
I see them.
Yes, sir.
Please don't come into me. Where are you, Pete? Where are you going?
I would never tell you.
I don't think I'm
I would
anywhere near you.
I would never tell you where I am. But you can see my game. Can't you? I'm still
Oh
screen
yeah.
sharing. You can just
No, but
cheat.
when I look at you. I don't look at your map. I look at your screen.
Well, if you'd
But
like
yeah, I
to
did see
cheat, you
now.
know how.
Okay. I don't want to cheat.
Well, then don't look. Would you like me to stop screen sharing?
No, it's fine. I just want
Because
to
it's
look.
better. Yeah, you still want the rapport, right?
Sure.
I like it too.
Thank you so much for having me on the show, Pete.
Oh, my
It means a
pleasure.
lot.
So
Very
back at you,
grateful.
man. Thank you for spending this time. I like getting to know people. I like learning from you. You seem not you seem, you are kind and knowledgeable, and I think the connection goes both ways, right? Which is something that I'm very much craving. I don't just want to talk. I want to kind of learn. So I'm
You're
happy to
stroking my
teach.
Leo ego right now. I love
No,
it.
not even like
Thanks.
I'm you thank me, I thank you, and I'm grateful for you too,
Yeah,
sir.
no.
Yeah, very much so. It's nice to have the type of influence I have, because people are a whole lot nicer to me these days,
Mm-hmm.
than maybe I was ever used to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do I do with this? Oh, I hate this.
I think I'm especially grateful to you because you are bringing, actually, when you break it down, a lot of joy to a lot of different people around the world. People love
Oh yeah,
watching your videos. It's
yeah.
great.
It's a
Like, it makes
blessing.
them happy, and that's amazing. You're reaching millions of people, and I think that is actually a very special gift to offer the world.
I can't believe
So,
it.
yeah,
I would never have thought that this would be my path or that this would make sense, right? I
yeah,
actually just can't believe it. Like, getting back to what we were talking about earlier in the show, self-hatred or having trouble managing your emotions. Oh, he's got such a great start. You let him have that, didn't you?
yeah. It's only a +4.
Ah, well, yeah, but it's a 1 point plus 4 on the first turn. We're fucked. He wins this game.
No, 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 no.
You don't think you're gonna stop him?
Well, I'm on the other side of it, and I've got the +6 command tower.
That's good. You probably shouldn't have told me that, though.
But you're not gonna kill me.
No, I can't. You also have a great position, so I'm fucked. So I just die. Too bad for me. Um,
That's right. It'll be a quick game. It's
my
fine.
ability to connect with people and add some small amount of benefit to their day is an absolute surprise. I
Mm,
never would have guessed that this would be
yeah,
the man I would have become.
that's so
But
nice.
we learned the
So
hard way,
nice.
right? We learned. Ooh, 5. You have 15 still? Get
Only
out of here.
because 15, yeah. Because I'm holding a lot of all but one of this continent. I've got it now,
Yeah, yeah,
starting with an
yeah.
8 stack. But Parallax is next to me with a 2 stack. Let's see.
I don't know, Fionn. I think I lose, buddy.
You will be missed.
It's true. There's nowhere for me to go here.
You want to come into the middle left,
Yeah, so you can take a
and get
peek.
in there.
No, I don't have any troops. I'm fucked.
But no one's going for the left side of the board. You could come in there.
Mm. Tim is, I betcha. He's just got his own problems.
Right, so if Tim's going for it, my next move might be to stop him. If I see he gets it, I might have to break him. 'Cause he's right next to me, isn't it?
Unless Parlox tries to interrupt you,
It's fixed, isn't it? Ooh, I've got a set.
it is fixed.
He smashed his 2 into my 8. I mean, that was almost a kindness, I would say,
Right.
to reduce his stack. Thank you, Parallax.
Well, he was probably reciprocating for you moving out of that bonus
Yeah,
originally.
yeah.
Yeah. I love your answer to when I asked you what makes you special. I laughed out loud. What makes you special, Fionn?
What is it? Let me see. Intelligent, good-looking, humorous, and modest. That's what it is.
Modest. Oh. But do you
It's
have a
it's it's
do
sort
you
of
have a
the ironic
serious answer?
modest when I've just called myself
That's
good-looking.
the joke, yes.
There you
Yeah.
go. That's the British humor for you.
Pointing it out. Um, do you have a sincere answer to what makes you special? What do you think you
That
were
is
put
how
here to do in this world?
sort of that is actually sort of my sincere answer. No,
Yeah.
I mean, not the
Okay.
good-looking part, because that doesn't make me special. Um Now I sound like an asshole, isn't it? Oh, this guy, he
No, you
thinks he's good
don't. You
looking.
made a joke and it was funny.
Okay. All right. Why was I put here? I think to bring a level of, I want to say, like, cuteness to the world, because cuteness is, I think, is very underrated, right? I think the world could be a nicer place if people were just a bit more cute and, like, a little more cuddly and, like, I don't know, cheeky and, a bit more child energy, I would say. I think I got quite child energy and I love it. And I think people could do with a bit more of that in their lives. So maybe I'm here to just remind people of that cuteness, that childishness, and ultimately love, you know?
Love is it's a beautiful mission to have.
I think I've given up on mission. I used to really um beat myself up because I thought I'm here in this world to do something. I've got to bring love here and everything. And I would really not feel good because I wasn't doing it. Um, and I've really let that go recently. Like, I don't actually need a mission anymore. I can just enjoy and just be my normal self. And obviously, through doing that, then you can't help but shine, isn't it? I think.
So I don't think of mission as a dirty word necessarily. Like for me, it's important to have that big picture goal. Um, that North Star or that thing to seek, because that's what keeps me on track.
Right.
And if it is love, I don't see love as being an unworthy mission at all. And that one blizzard in the middle, the top middle, that's the one that cuts the map in half. I don't know. I don't know how to play these settings. It's entirely possible that I suck at Risk. I only have about a 2 hour and a little bit time span that I can stream. I see some people streaming for like hours and hours. Spud does 12-hour streams. Man, I'm
Wow.
definitely in this way. I'm definitely a quality over quantity person. I
I
just
can't
can't
do
do
it.
it. Yeah, yeah.
No.
The show
2 hours
suffers.
is enough. I need to
Yeah,
stretch my
totally.
legs after that and get outside.
Get a bite. Yeah, get some fresh air. Totally. Well, I got a bunch of homes to take care of in the afternoon, so that's what I'm doing with the rest of my day. But I wanted to fit these interviews in. I took like a month or two off, and even though they're not my most popular show, they're actually my least popular shows in terms of views.
Yeah, I
They're
noticed
definitely
that.
my most. They're definitely the shows that I enjoy the most. I get the most out of making these types of videos, just sitting down talking and discussing process, discussing philosophy, making friends.
Yeah. What do you think the title of this bit video will be?
Oh, I'll get it on the listen through, unless there's something you actually want to say, and you can always do it too. That way, you can just say like, I want to say this. This is my message. Do you have a message?
I mean, I feel like we've been talking about self-healing and tantra a lot, so I think something like tantra and self-healing with Fionn, something like that.
Sure, I'm down. Down with that. I think I. Oh fuck, man, this is such a rough game.
Have you ever? I assume you've spoken about self-healing, but have you ever spoken about tantra on your shows?
No, never, never.
So
I'm
then, yeah,
I'm
there's quite
I'm like uneducated, really.
there's quite a lot of interest for that. I think by putting that in your title could bring in a different crowd for you.
Cool. I'll give it a shot. What else do you have to say about it? Then let's get some more on that topic.
Um, I will say one very important thing that I learned the hard way. When you do tantra, there's a tendency and there's a desire in you to do as best as you can, right? Throw yourself in there and really, really take it on. But it can be very detrimental because you end up damaging yourself if you take on too much, if you go into too many scary places too quickly. So I will say just follow what feels good and maintain and be true to yourself and take care of yourself, take care of your boundaries. That's number one. A lot of people will say yes because they feel they have to. That's oh fuck, I wasn't even. See,
Follow what
I
feels
I I
good.
card skip by accident.
No. Follow what feels good is very punchy. That's a nice slogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we are. Hey, buddy. How's it
Hey,
going? Hi. You
hi.
gonna, you gonna fucking kill me now?
I'm still working on these zombies behind me.
Oh, that's too
It's
bad.
thick, so it takes forever.
Did you take Tim out of that pocket?
I
And that's why
did.
Ash killed him? Okay.
I killed about 36 of his troops.
I think Parlox does better than you, though. I mean, it depends on which way he goes. I think Parlox going to take the high bay warehouses. Me, I don't know. I'm dead, so don't worry about me. Don't worry about little old Pete. It's not your concern.
Yeah, I'm also definitely feeling like I want to stop talking now. This has been lovely, but also like 2 hours of talking is also enough for me.
Fair
You
enough.
know.
Yeah. So we can end the show here. Let the game play out and call it a day, sir. It's quite all right.
I mean, I didn't mean that. Maybe we just play at least another 10 minutes and see sort of where it goes. I think it's nice to.
Why don't you just kill everybody?
Oh, I could also do that.
I believe in you. Yes.
Right, I finally took that pocket.
Mhm. So should I try and interrupt you then?
Yeah, do it if you want.
That just ruins both our games. We can do that VC collab thing where we team up on the people who aren't in the VC.
Is that fair?
Uh-oh, it's not fair.
I mean, I was thinking just to bypass you, just leave you there, to be honest.
Yeah,
Just
well,
go on up.
then do so.
All right.
Or you could kill me, because it might be correct to do so as well. I'm not
Okay.
going to try and influence your game.
All right. What would you do if you were me?
Oh, I'd kill me, of course.
Mhm.
I didn't name the show what I did as a joke. You should always kill me.
Mm. How many did Parlock start with?
14?
14. Okay. Are you just in that one place then? That one pocket?
You saw both of my positions. You can kill me if you'd like. Or maybe I'm lying. What else do you have to do today?
I was gonna help my dad later. He's requested that I help him move some sand because he's got a building
Excellent.
project going on, and also to chop down half a tree that is outside the drive we'll use for firewood.
Sounds like a fun afternoon with Dad.
Maybe. What about you? What have you got planned?
Well, I have a very important phone call at 12:30 with my ex-wife, and then I'm going to go mow some lawns, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the evening. I'll have to get some food. So we got a bunch of leftovers. Um, the dinner last night. Do you know what Yom Kippur is? Have you ever heard of this?
No.
So what Jewish people do is they it's like Lent, like atoning for your sins in Catholicism, but instead of 40 days, Jews just get it done in one. Um, so we fast for a
Wow.
day, and then we have a bunch of bagels, and my sister made a lasagna, and just like lighter stuff, like egg salad, smoked salmon. So I have a bunch of like leftover stuff, but she took all the cream cheese, so I have to go to the store and get some cream cheese. Otherwise, I will have these wonderful bagels going bad and not consume them. So it might not seem like something worthy of mention, but I do love smoked salmon cream cheese bagels. It's the
No,
little things
absolutely.
sometimes. Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely worthy of mention.
Okay, good.
You know what? I feel like I don't want to talk anymore. I feel like I'm done. My energy
You don't.
levels are
You don't have
dropping.
to. You
I'm
don't have to.
going to I'm gonna kill you, then I'm gonna spend out my troops, and maybe we just call that a day, eh?
Sure, man. Also, if there's a point in the show that you want me to just edit, right? If you're just like not happy with a piece of it, we can just cut it, right? I die.
Sure.
GG.
GG.
Yeah.
I think I'm good though. Nothing needs to be edited.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I'm dead. And I think you actually have the winning position. I'm not going to say anything because I can now see the game, but I figure
Oh
this game
right.
this game ends quickly.
Oh right, okay.
Depends on how
Oh
hard the
fuck.
zombies hit you, I suppose.
Yeah, well they're gonna hit me hard now, isn't it?
Warlock's a lot weaker than I thought too. You can see on my screen, right? You can
Yes.
cheat. Yes, cheat through the fog. I think the zombies get in on you though, right?
They do, they do. My plan was to suicide in the zombies, that's why I was like I
Ah,
said, I was bored.
hey man, you picked these settings.
I know, but after 2 hours of gaming and
No, right
talking,
on, right on. I'm the same way.
like I said, this is the one thing in life that holds me back, my energy levels. I don't have an awful lot of it.
Do you
That'll
consume
be
do you consume stimulants?
no,
No.
apart from tobacco.
Coffee?
Oh, sure.
Well,
Okay, that's a stimulant, isn't
when I'm fading. When I, you know what my friends say to me, whenever you're petering out, just peter up.
it? I like that.
Yeah. Let's see which way they go.
Oh, good. They go that
Oh,
way.
you got
That's nice.
lucky. You
I
got
got super lucky.
lucky.
Yeah, super
Yeah.
lucky.
All right. Who can capture enough of the board faster? Fionn or Parlox? So, to end the show, I just wanted to give you another last chance to promote your show. We're going to put the link to Fionn's YouTube in the show notes. Fionn has a gaming channel on YouTube. You are interested to see where you go with it. I'm happy to help promote your work. And is there anything else you'd like to tell the audience before we end?
Yeah, just thank you so much for everyone for watching. I really appreciate being here with you, Pete. Thank you so much. And I really hope that we were somewhat talking about interesting things. I think that's the main point of it, isn't it? So I hope people enjoyed watching. And if you're interested in a slightly different game of Risk, perhaps go and check out my channel and give me a subscribe. It's called Fionn.
Just your name. Simple.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I enjoyed the conversation. Yeah, back at you, man. Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoyed the show. I hope you found some of it fun and entertaining, maybe even a little bit educational and informative. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and come along the ride with me. And please go subscribe to Fionn's as well and check out his work. If you are able to support me on Patreon, help me continue to do this work, I would be most grateful. Donations are always appreciated and never required. And join my Discord and get notifications for when I go live on Twitch. Catch the next stream. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much. And until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.